skinny. Clearly I'm smiling, right? Hopefully everyone's having a great day. Manifestation is real. You are God. Say I am God. That might make you feel uncomfortable, but I gotta give you an update. It's not gonna be a prophetic message. Maybe I might have something to say about this, but so the doctor calls me, right? And he sounds very calm, you know, his tone is very low. He goes, "Hey Letitia, this is Dr. Da-da-da. I have your results today. Do you have a minute?" I'm like, "Sure, I got like 10 minutes. Let's go. You're like a whole day. I need to hear all of this." And this is great because I'm hearing it on a Monday before my week starts, right? So like I told you, I've been doing my manifestation techniques every night, like I always do, and every morning when I wake up. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go on my Vixen After Dark channel. I break this down like all the time. Anyways, so he tells me, he said, "Okay, well, you do have something which is irregular. It's not very common. It's called POSH." And I said, I'm like trying not to freak out, but in my mind I'm like, okay, breathe, just listen. Like telling my ego to shut the fuck up. And I'm like, just listen. But remember, you can't change an effect with an effect. So whatever he was going to tell me, no matter what I was trying to say in my head, was not going to change anything. So he goes, "It's called POSH. You can look up the definition. You can research if you like." He goes, "My main thing here is to tell you that it's non-benign." And I'm like, "Doc, can you just say, so this means it's not going to turn into cancer?" And he was like, "Yeah." I said, "Thank God." And I'm like, "But what is it?" So he said it's just overgrown breast tissue and it just lumps together. So what I'm thinking, I told him, he said, he was telling me the reasons on how this could possibly happen. And I said, well, throughout my life, I've had rapid weight gain and rapid weight loss. And I thought I had a thyroid issue, which they said that I did not have that. And I also informed him, so I would be like 185 pounds and then I would drop to like 140. I got to a point where at one point I was like 125 and everyone called me a crackhead and all this stuff, but I was just so healthy. I didn't even drink. I was like, my diet was good. I was a runner. I was running around the track, like, doing 8 laps. What's that, like 2 miles a day, morning and night. Anyways, so I said, maybe that could have contributed because, honey, when I gain weight, my boobs, my butt, my face, my arms, everything just goes. And when I lose weight, I just look like skin and bones. My boobs drop drastically, like flat. I also have no ass. So he's thinking maybe that could have contributed to, the overgrown tissue. But we'll never know, right? So, and I said, okay, what do I need to do to make this thing go away or to not have another one? Or he goes, "Does it bother you? Are you in pain?" Because I remember you telling me you've had this for quite a while, for some years now. And from the time of your first biopsy to the second one, nothing has grown, even though nothing really grows that fast in a couple of weeks. So, it's been this size, I want to say, for years. But anyways, now that I think about it. But it could have been smaller at some point and I just didn't pay attention, right? Get your mammograms, ladies. Get your mammogram. So he said, what we'd like you to do is every year get a mammogram. And I said, okay, fine, bet. But he said, also, it's up to you. If you want to get surgery, you can. You can get surgery to have it removed. And that's normally what people do because, they just don't want it there. Or you can just go live your life. And I said, I'm about to live my best life because this is the news that I've been like wanting to hear in the 3D world. And he started laughing at me. So I've been manifesting this whole time because I didn't stress myself out. I didn't worry about it. I just, kept telling myself whatever end result that was and living in that end result. Okay? That's already done told me this. This is just on repeat. Okay? So, we don't have to worry. Oh my God. And I just want to say, you guys, the battle is you. Because remember, your thoughts and your feelings and emotions, all that can create ailments in your body. When you stress yourself sick about a person, place, or a thing, yes, this is why people end up sick. I'm sorry to tell you guys, but we bring it on ourselves. And then how we treat our vessel, of course, and what we put in and all the things, right? Everything matters in that sense. So whenever you're going through something, or whenever something happens, I now just sit back and wait until the 3D just repeats itself, what I've been telling it all the time. You write the script. I can't tell you how important that is. So the battlefield is between that moment when you're walking in your desired timeline to where you're creating it, right? Things will shift, things will move, shit will happen in between the time that you're waiting. Your objective is to not react to shit. It's kind of like you only respond to what you want, right? It's kind of like this. Think of life like this. You know how when someone is having a conversation with you, right? Let's say, for example, they're just talking hella, they're being nice at first, they're not budging, and then all of a sudden you don't want to do something. You say, oh no, I'm not interested in that. Like, think of somebody trying to sell you on the corner. Then they start to be all derogatory and negative, and they say all these things, we didn't need your business anyways, or something like that. Whatever, I'm just thinking of something. What do you do in that moment? You ignore it. You don't respond to it. You don't react to it. You do nothing. If something's not happening to your liking, don't give it any attention. None whatsoever. Zilch. Because that's your currency. Why would you give away money to somebody who's treating you like shit? Why would you give money? Like, think about it. What would you spend your money on? You wouldn't spend your money on somebody being a dick. You wouldn't spend your money on something that's not working. The machine is broke. Why put your money in it? The machine is not giving you the results you want, or whatever it is. Why put your money in it? So that's kind of how I look at shit. Like, if someone gives me a snide remark, or if they're condescending, rude, or an asshole, and I just go like this, okay? And then right after that, though, what I do so I don't get pissed off, so that my ego doesn't revert me back to an old version of myself, I just say, oh, this person, they are so nice, aren't they? They're just so fucking lovely. They're fucking amazing. And that's what I do. That's it. And then I just move on with my fucking day. Trust me, this happens at least once a day, where someone's gonna say something to you, or someone's gonna look at you crazy. You might not hear what you want to hear. Like, something's gonna go down. It's kind of like, when you walk outside and it's fucking freezing, right? And you'll be like, God damn, it's so fucking cold out here. No, what you want to do is as you're zipping up your jacket, you want to be like, it's so fucking hot outside. Like, bam. And then let it be. I bet you won't be as cold either. So, hopefully that helps somebody today. I just thought I'd share my journey with you guys and be transparent behind the scenes when I do have these prophetic messages that I will be sharing to you. I'm going to add in tidbits, of life. And because that's how I want to do it. I might do some vlogs, I might do whatever, but I just want utopia. I would love for people to be a little bit more positive about themselves, a little bit more confident. So if I can assist you with that, and I can change one person to think positive and to know that everything they want is right in front of them, they just have to tap into their higher self, their God mind, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it. Because I'm tired of scrolling on social media and seeing people just reporting the negative news and just drowning in that. In my reality, that it doesn't exist. The only time I hear about the news is like when people mention something to me. I don't put my attention on that shit. I don't want that shit to grow. If it's bullshit, right? I don't want to pay money to fridge fixed. You guys already know I got the new whip. I'm smashing the truck today though. It just feels like a couch in here. It's great. And it's all blacked out tint. No one can see me. Even though it doesn't look like that on the camera. You know? What else? I think those are the only things that were happening simultaneously all at once. And there's always many things in the working. So just figure out, what do you want? What do you want right now? A lot of people don't know what they want. But if you know what you want and exactly how you want it, like, to be or whatever it may be, just start scripting it, start writing it, start believing it, start feeling it. You know, think, if this is hard for you, do this. You know how actors and actresses, they got to go for a movie role, right? And they have to play a part, play AKA character, play a person. Who's that character? Be that fucking character. Me and my friends, we would do this all the time. Like, what character are you today, nigga? Like, he had like 5 characters. I don't know how many I had. I didn't even keep count. I want to say I had like 5 or 6 too. Until I solidified which character I wanted to live in. So, what character are you auditioning for? Now, here's the deal. Yes, you will break character, because guess what? Your past thoughts or past people, places, and things. That's funny, it's my dad. That's so funny. Past people, places, and things will come up and you will break character. This is not easy and this is not for the weak. But you have to believe that you can do it and you have the strength to do it, the time and the energy to do it, especially if you're not living in a space of where you desire currently right now. So put on that character. Put on that character, honey, okay? That is the message. And if you break character, that's fine. It's okay. It's not the end of the fucking world. Just get back on to playing the role. Eat, shit, sleep that character until you're walking into that desired outcome in your 3D. Love you.